Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. These are crystal ball readings for the individual signs. We will not be pulling cards. They're quick and to the point, whatever the crystal ball would like to tell us. They're for sun, moon, rising, or wherever it resonates in your chart. Please take this information with a grain of salt. There are many people watching. Not everything is for each individual. Some things are coming through. So if it isn't for you, take it and leave it for someone else and take what is for you, okay? And I also want to tell you guys that I'm running a special for the rest of the month of October. Super quick, one question for $10, two questions for $20, little video readings. Is it a trick or is it a treat in lieu of Halloween and Samhain? The veil is very thin, and I've been getting lots of messages. And that was one of the things that I was inspired or led to do. So if you're interested in that, email me. The email is in the description box. And with no further ado, your crystal ball reading. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. This reading is for the sign of Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, north node, wherever you find it in your chart. As soon as I started to meditate on your energy, this ball became very heavy and it sat down in my lap and I could feel the weight of it. Right? You could be really feeling centered right now, or this is what you're being guided to do. There could be something that's keeping you put, like stay put, right? Something that's keeping you in a space. And I'm hearing because you're responsible. So that you're responsible for it, or you're feeling that it is your responsibility to, handle this, to stay in that space of grounded center, no matter what the weight of it is. And I am carrying it. It's not like holding you down where you can't move, but it's definitely something that's causing you to feel the gravity of it, maybe even on your physical person, right? So like taking a little bit of a break. I'm seeing a blade of grass. I'm seeing a blade of grass with the grains, like it's seeded, like it's gone to seed. And again, that feeling of being stuck where you are, but being able to send messages, multiply. So there is a message of fertility here. Be careful with that if that's not what you want. But if it is something that you want, know that those seeds are there and they're being spread. So take that how it resonates for you, and you have the ability to guide that where those go, or how that manifests itself for you. That's definitely coming through. And then again, this idea of nourishment, right? The things that you're growing are nourishing to you and to others, but they have to be allowed to get to the point where they come to seed or come to grain, right? There's this process of that. I think that that's kind of where you are at right now, because it's coming through in that sense of like, where do we harvest? There's like a harvest, and maybe what to do next with the harvest. And maybe that's the weight of the thing you're carrying, maybe not, but either way, it's fruitful for you. And it's also beneficial for you to take that time out, to time and sit. This guy has been coming through. He's kind of like a shark dog or something, is like the competitor or the boss or the thing that intimidates you. Maybe it isn't a competitor, maybe it isn't a boss, maybe it's a voice inside your head, maybe whatever it is, but it's this feeling of it like barking at you to try to show you its power and show you that it's force, right? That it's big, and to keep you stuck where you are, but you're not intimidated by it. I think that you're seeing it for what it is. Maybe that's the gravity of something, like it's like having empathy for the monster. Like, oh, it's yelling at me because it's sad, because it's feeling insecure. And so it's kind of like, in the way that it looks is almost like those like the Q master, like Dana Barrett, right? From Ghostbusters. Like feeling like there is a way, there's like a hand dropping something down on it, like a treat, like offering it something. Because maybe this thing, whatever it is, this thing that's intimidating you, or this thing that's trying to display its power, right, is doing that trying to force intimidation on other things because it itself is truly intimidated, or it itself is truly feeling a lack in some regard. And so there's a hand coming down and like dropping a treat, a food, a piece of something that it needs, right? To give it those, to fill that space within it, to calm it down so it isn't so reactionary or so, pushy. And it's like letting go of that thing, drawing at that thing could also be a distraction method where it's like that's what it's getting looked at. So then you can move on over here and do this other thing that you need to do. And once, it's like that, like, I guess I just needed a Snickers moment. This thing is suddenly nourished and it's not so like aggressive anymore. Take that how it resonates. But it's definitely like making an offering to it. At 444. Interesting. Anything else for Capricorn spirit? Anything else for Capricorns? Now I'm seeing an elephant running. All right, elephants never forget, they're very, very social creatures. It's moving. It's got this like, and then you could like, there you go with this like laborious, big, weighted soul, right, body, and yet it's actually quite fast and it never forgets. And it's probably, if it's moving that quickly, it's often to protect something or to protect itself, like get to the space of needing to do that. So I feel like when it's time for you to activate and move, you will, and you will do it with equal weight and measure as whatever is opposing you, but you are doing it out of protection and love, and this thing is doing it out of lack and fear. And so by giving it what it needs and not backing down from it simultaneously, like, you know what I mean? You are able to get back into motion. All right. I hope that was helpful. Those are the messages coming through for you, Cappies. I hope that they resonated. If they did, please let me know by hitting the like button, the subscribe button. There might be more messages for you and other sign readings. So please check those out. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for coming back and visiting us again next time. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.